So, hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I see here we got Nancy. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming through. Uh, yeah. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Me, I'm making it. I'm making it. It's an okay day. It's an okay day. Today we are talking about on the Audible Brunch podcast. We're talking about the Batman and the fact that yesterday it was made known that they have been talking to two actors, one of which I'm a fan of both, but I'm a huge fan of one of them. We also have the El Camino Breaking Bad trailer. No, Mono, we just started up. We just started up just a moment ago at 12 Eastern Time. We also have a trailer from a movie coming out on Netflix called Raising Dion, which I had heard about a while back before it was attached to Netflix. And I've been interested in it, and now that the trailer's here, I'm a bit more interested in it. So we'll be watching that together, as well as talking about things. But I was going to start out with the trailer, but I'm going to give people time, just a little bit of time. And I want to kind of retread something. Yesterday, for those who couldn't join the Geeks in the Hood podcast, we were talking about Hollywood remakes. And I think everyone pretty much got where I was coming from on the Hollywood remakes aspect of it. But then right after, my brother has this weird tendency. My brother had this, like, for the last couple of weeks, like, he doesn't watch my show, thankfully, because he probably would still be mad at me about that whole, ass whooping thing I was talking about the other day. Where I kind of, turncoated on my brother, and back when I was like 5, but he has this weird tendency where right after I finish a show, and he doesn't watch my show, but right after I finish my show, he just happens to send me an article that directly relates to what I was just talking about. So, last night, after I finished the podcast, almost immediately, my brother sent me a post confirming that they're remaking New Jack City. So I'm just going to reiterate my point, and being that I have a few people here that weren't there last night, you can tell me what you think. But I was making the case that Hollywood remakes almost always tend to fail. And the reason they fail is because there are certain properties, certain movies that were made in a time. And in that time, a movie like that could exist. A perfect example would be Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks was a film that even if you watch it today, as long as you weren't born after like 2005, while watching that movie, you'll see a bunch of faces, a bunch of top-billed actors, like big names. And you'll sit there and ask yourself, like, why the fuck were they in this movie? And it's because that was a time when you could basically make a movie that is pure old school sci-fi that could be corny and cheesy and silly, and everyone could be, and all the actors, there wasn't the fear of like, well, if I do this movie, it's gonna ruin my career. Like, They were just in it and everybody was having fun. And it took place in a time, in a feeling where a movie like that could exist. Now, there's tons of movies like that. And they keep trying to remake them. Another one being RoboCop. RoboCop was the most satirical, like, social commentary that one could have. It wasn't just an action movie about a dude made into a cyborg that shot people in the dick, even though that did happen in the movie. But, like, we're too afraid now to make RoboCop what it should be. Like, it could exist in this time, but with the atmosphere we have in the conversations that we're unable to have in movies, like, or in society as a whole right now, they don't have the balls to make it what it should be. Nancy says, let me see here. I don't think Pulp Fiction could be remade, was too good the first time. See, that's what you would think, Nancy. But they're remaking The Princess Bride. And you would think that they would have the decency to leave that movie as the masterpiece that it is. But they're even trying to remake The Princess Bride, which is a flawless movie. And I say that, and I mean it. It's flawless. I had forgotten how flawless it was. And as I was saying on the podcast last night, I rewatched it. And the rewatch reminded me of a time I watched it like a year before. And it's just like the movie grows. Like, the older you get, the better it gets. And it is a purely magical movie. And they won't leave that alone. I'd rather, if they re-released just The Princess Bride, full scale, remastered, and put it back out in the theater, I would pay money to go see that movie again in the theater. I saw it in the theater when I was 6. I'm far from that now. But I would pay my money to go see that in the theater as a normal, natural release. But they just can't leave it alone. Monochrome, let's see. I agree with that. I also feel like remakes lack a lot of the essence that the original provided, if you get me. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. They can't replicate the spirit of the movie. They lose all of the spirit in it. Now, if there's certain movies where it's like, that movie was a cult classic. Like, it was like, people remember it, and there's a group of people who love it. But it can be done better now and keep the essence, the spirit of the movie. But those movies are few and far between. I don't know. There's certain things. Like I said, last night I talked about it. Like, there's certain things where it's just like, it was done, and it was done well for the time, but it can be done better to actualize the full potential of the setting. But I feel like you don't have to redo it. You can just keep going. Like, just keep going. Don't reboot, don't remake, just make, just add. Like, and I feel like a bunch of these movies that have failed and been killed before they even got out of the gate by negative public opinion really would do well to just try to add. Like, for instance, like, I know a lot of people hate the new Star Wars movies, but I like them all. All of them, and I mean all of them. Yes, even The Last Jedi. I like it. And the one thing that I really enjoy about all of them is that if you ask me what is the best looking Star Wars film to date, now a lot of people are going to answer as if I'm asking them what their favorite Star Wars is. That's not the question. My favorite movie, or the best Star Wars has ever looked, CG wise, effects wise, blah 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 blah, is Rogue One. And I can argue that if you would like me to. But if you look at that movie, and you really look at it, like look at the effects of it, not just taking the movie as a whole, just look at how everything looks. That is the best looking Star Wars there has been. It was down to earth. It was gritty, but it didn't mean that it had to be overly dark and broody. Like the way everyone fit into their surroundings, the practicality of the locations and everything. Then you look at the way the walkers come into it and how they look, and even how the ships look in space. That is the best Star Wars has ever looked. My opinion. But we all know I'm right. So, whatever. So, let me catch up with chat here because I see it's been running. Let me see here. It's like how they rebooted Heathers. Yeah, oh my God. I had almost forgotten about that. How they rebooted Heathers into a Netflix original and it just flopped. It's not Heathers. It missed the point of Heathers, and the writing goes against the original point of the film and completely destroys the original message from the movie. Mono, you nailed it. That's exactly it. I had totally erased that from my mind. Also, do y'all like how I have the little chat box, but it looks like it's coming from the dude's phone? I don't know. I just felt like I needed to pat myself on the back for that one. I really like working around these layouts. But anyway, back to the point. Jinx came in. He said, "The Mummy, I know you're going there. I am with you about Star Wars. Rogue One visually sits perfectly between the grandiose scale of the prequels and the low budget feel of the original." Perfect. Hold VG the God. What's going on, stars? How you doing, my guy? And so yeah, it just, I don't know. Like, I know they'll never stop. As my friend Baron pointed out, even online, when I posted about the New Jack City remake on Facebook yesterday. Immediately after my brother sent it to me, I posted it because I was like, it keeps happening. He keeps sending me relevant stuff to what I'm talking about. Grinding TFT. You don't have to grind. Close to master. Jesus Christ. Sir. Hard stuck in that. You ain't hard stuck nowhere. If y'all don't know what VG is talking about, VG is playing Team Fight Tactics, the new game mode on League, which is basically a game of its own. He's a goddamn master, and he's like a fiend on that shit. But anyway, Mono, he says, like, making the Heathers minorities didn't make sense to me. I get they were trying to be woke, but it goes against the original and unintentionally demonizes minorities. At least that's the impression I got. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't even give it the time of day. But what you're saying goes along with everything that I heard. Maybe I'll watch that today and come back with more of an opinion as far as that. Kent, what is going on, my brother? How you doing? So, reread my comments on New Jack City. Let me see here. Let's see. Jinx said New Jack City can't be made now. It has no relevance. You going to try to make it about meth dealers? They probably will. It's not the same culture or anything like it. Look at the horrid Superfly remake. Yes, as a matter of fact, don't look at the Superfly remake. Please, God. Let's not redo that whole conversation, man. Okay. Let me see here. What's going on, Fuzzy? What's good? What are you anything about? What's going on? You came in hot. But yeah. I just look away with Superfly. That is just not worth. Yesterday I couldn't watch his stream. Well, like I always say, man, when you can make it, you can make it. When you can't, you can't. A lot of people really like these lunch podcasts a lot better. Like just the timing of it. The few people have told me like I should switch all the podcasts to noon, but I won't because that would mean I won't be able to do it with Jinx. So the Monday podcast is going to stay at 7 p.m. For those that can make it. Like there was an error 200 and couldn't find out the reason why. The hell is an error 2000? On a good remake note, Jeffrey Wright. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll go into. They've been talking about the release of new characters or new casting that's being sought after for the Batman. And I am excited about them, as I stated in the intro. Stream is black screen and wouldn't load. I know when we first tried to launch it, there were some issues, so I had to restart the stream, but that was like a press button not working, in stream, press button again working situation. So I'm not sure if you might have come in right before we tried to start it and then cut it off or what, but hopefully that'll figure itself out. I always want Fuzzy in on my streams. So anyway, the Batman. First we'll go with this. So it has been made known that Jonah Hill is in talks to play a role opposite Robert Pattinson for the Batman, which I am super excited about. I believe, because Matt Reeves is a sensible movie maker, that no, Batman will not sparkle, though that would be a hilarious in-joke for the movie. And so people are asking, like, is Jonah Hill going to be the Penguin? Now, Jonah Hill is like super skinny now. Like he's not a thick boy anymore. So that's why I found this picture to say that if I could choose who he would be just based off of my selfish ways, I would either place him. You know what? I'm going to back out on it before I even say it. The Riddler would be good, but I know they would never, ever, ever do this. But if he could play, what's the dude? Is his name, is it Scarface? Is it the dude with the puppets? What's his name? It just skipped my mind. Oh my God. What's his name? The dude who has the ventriloquist puppet that's a mob boss? Like, fuck it, make him play the Batman. Can't you funny? Is it just called the ventriloquist? Yeah, and Scarface is his puppet. Okay, if he could play the ventriloquist, that would be awesome. I would personally like him to play the Clock King, but I know nobody is going to back that play. I just know that's not going to happen. But if he could play the Clock King, I would be very happy with that. But I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, like I would love to see him play the Clock King, and I think the Clock King is a villain that we haven't seen in a Batman movie yet, who matches Batman like intelligence wise, but also because of his intelligence can match him physically. And I feel like they never really, like, yeah, Bane, they did it. But those movies are in the past. You know, they already played that card. A Mad Hatter. See, I don't want to see him be wacky or funny. Like maybe that's why I choose the Clock King. Cuz I don't want him to be like, I feel like if they choose him for one of these roles, like either the Riddler or the Penguin or the Mad Hatter, you're going to get, it's like trying to put him back into like, it's trying to put him back into almost like a growing stoner comedy type thing. And I feel like he'll just be pigeonholed into that. Whereas if he plays something like the Clock King, he was kind of wacky. I mean, come on. Like, just looking at him, he looked wacky AF. Anyway. So if I had my choice, he would be the Clock King. That's who I would love. But Lord knows they're probably going to put him in a fat suit and make him the Penguin for some reason. I don't think anyone really wants the Penguin. I don't know. Like, he just doesn't seem like a character that can be done well because of his design outside of an animated show. Personally, that's how I see it. Now, I'm not throwing shade at like Danny DeVito back in the day because, like I said, that was a time. And in that time, the way Danny DeVito did that character, it worked. But, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I would love. But one casting that I have absolutely no problem with is this right here. This right here. This right here is like the best casting I think I've seen in months. Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. Absolutely fantastic. I don't care what they have to do to make this happen. Make it happen. This isn't about there being a black James Gordon. This isn't about race. This is just pure, unabated, brilliant acting. Kent, MV, you have a degree. Yes, I do. I have a bachelor in the fine arts with a double minor in philosophy and religion. And English. But anyway. God. It's amazing. Like just looking at this picture makes me fucking happy. I'm so happy right now. You can tell in my eyes how happy I am. I want it. I need it. I don't care what they have to happen. I don't care what you have to pay them. Put it on Kickstarter, goddammit. You make this casting come true. If you aren't aware of how great of an actor Jeffrey Wright is, that is the only way you could have a problem with this casting. Or you're racist. Whichever way you want to put it. I don't want to bring race into it. I really don't. But this is brilliant. So good. I can't remember what was the movie he did on Netflix. It was him and it was uh Skarsgård from True Blood, and like he went up to Alaska and he thought he was hunting wolves for like that it killed a child, but then there's a whole other level of things going on that you have to see for yourself. I think it was like something dark. God, I can't remember. But that movie was fantastic. I know a lot of people will probably be like, no, it wasn't. But it was. I thought it was a beautifully crafted movie. Of course, everyone knows him from Westworld, playing Bernard. And, you know, all that shit. But this is perfect. It really is. This is where I talk about when people are like, I'll hear a casting and I'll immediately be like, well, that movie's going in the wrong direction. And people are like, well, you need to see the movie first. I'm like, see, I do. You're right. But there are certain decisions that filmmakers make. And you can tell from their decision, from that one decision, how they're planning to treat the material. What level of seriousness and what quality of movie they're shooting to make. For instance, when they made Dragon Ball Evolution and they cast Justin Chadwick as Goku, you knew what the deal was. Honestly, no one can act surprised. And if you were surprised, then you need to go back to school and learn how to read the tea leaves. Okay? Because I'm sorry, certain decisions make certain outcomes. It's cause and effect. Them making him, James Gordon, is asking for a Batman film that will be steeped in depth, maintain its seriousness, and have a level of acting at which everyone will try to raise the bar. Personally, they will try to raise the bar because when you're in a room with this guy, you better bring your A game. And that's all that would be said if you cast him. So if they're looking to cast him and it wasn't them just going, I'm just, I just feel like we can use that. If you're looking at it further than that, and even if you are, you're going to get the same result. You're not going to have people messing around if you cast this man as James Gordon. That's a beautiful play. So let me see. Jinx. I thought of having Courtney B. Vance in the role, but this is so much better. Yes, it is so much better. I actually first saw him in Shaft 2000. I'm trying to think, had he been introduced into the Mission Impossible franchise already at that point? I'd have to go back and look at dates. I don't have that in my mind. I'm sorry. And then found out later he wasn't even Dominican. I need to work for the next 3 hours, so keep it up. Oh, no, my guy. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But this is like an hour and a half max. That's what these daily podcasts are. But I hope I entertain you for that hour and a half. And do you mean the Bond franchise? I do. But he was, if I'm being honest, I think he was in Mission Impossible. Let me see here. Jeffrey Wright. I felt like he was in like 4. Maybe I am mixing the scenes. Maybe I am. But yeah, neither here nor there. Either way, in everything he's in, he's great. He's great. DC, don't fail me again. Do what you know in your heart of hearts is right. We can't take another gaggle of your blunders. We can't. This is where you can go right. Make it happen. So, anyway, that is where we are with the Batman. Something that was very interesting was also I saw this interview that a company did with, well, I say a company, but it was IGN. They did an interview with Joaquin Phoenix and the director of The Joker, because there's this conversation happening right now that The Joker is a dangerous movie promoting domestic terrorism. And apparently that's a hot topic right now. People thinking that the movie is dangerous. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go on YouTube and type in, or just go on Google and type in Joker dangerous movie, and you'll see that a lot of people are writing about this. I agree with Joaquin Phoenix, even though y'all know I have said before, I'm not going to the theater. Opening weekend? I just don't have a good feeling. It's just the way it is. I don't have a good feeling about it. And it's for the same reason that these other people are worried about it. But I agree with Joaquin Phoenix when he says that it's not the job of a film to teach you morality, nor is it the job of the film to raise you, even though I was raised on movies. But no, I had parents, though. I wasn't in the wolves, like with wolves in the forest with a TV set up somewhere or looking through someone's window. Like, movies, they have a responsibility to entertain, but they're not supposed to teach you morality and ethics. And the director followed that statement up in his side of the interview, saying that if you truly think it promotes that, then you're missing the point of the movie. Because while you may show sympathy in understanding the villain, he says that it is very evident and open that he is deranged and demented. And, I mean, yeah, this is what you would want people to really think of for themselves. But, you know, people like to be told what they're thinking these days, which is why I feel like I'll go ahead and reiterate what they say out to more people, because that's the way you should be looking at it. Jinx says it's very much the Clockwork Orange issue. Yeah, very much so. So I just wanted to go ahead and bring that up, being that that's a thing. Like, do I think that there will be stupid, deranged people who go out and cause trouble on the opening weekend of The Joker? Yes, I do. But is the movie to blame for their actions? No. They are also probably going to be sick and deranged people. So just if you plan on being out there, keep your eyes open, pay attention to people. Because I just have a feeling. Jinx. See, I'm not all boisterous and wait a minute. I'm not all boisterous and energy. I have intelligence behind my thoughts. Just need time to think. I didn't. I don't know who accused you of such things. I definitely didn't. But so with that, we will move on to Raising Dion. Sorry for being out of the loop. Why does this movie cause people to become dangerous? Well, what they're saying is not about Raising Dion. What they're saying about the Joker is because you're over in Singapore right now, correct? So I don't think you're much in tune with the U.S. and how the U.S. is acting right now, what the social commentary or the conversations in society are. No, Kent. But basically, we're dealing with an identity crisis over here. Well, some people are dealing with an identity crisis, and one of the big arguments coming around is that when right-wing extremists do acts of terror in the homeland, people are saying, if you're going to say that all of a certain type of people are bad and that they're all terrorists, then you need to basically mark domestic terrorism as terrorism too, even when it involves white people. And that's being taken by the far right as an attack on white males, and an attack on white males and trying to break apart the fabric of, to them, what makes America America, which is whiteness. This is just what it is. I'm not going to state my opinion on any of the things above. I'm just laying the groundwork. And that groundwork that's basically it. And so then you have this movie, and this is completely from other people's opinions. This is not me. This is what you're finding on Twitter. This is what you're finding in articles being read, and especially the articles that I just pointed out about them being dangerous, about the movie being dangerous at this time, is because what people are thinking is that those same deranged domestic terrorists, especially the ones who have been fed all of the BS about the war on white people and all that dumb shit, they feel that this movie is going to empower them to basically cause chaos. Now, I'm not going to say that I don't agree with that, but I will say that it's not the movie's fault if that's what they do. Because it's kind of like when you're like, oh, that person was just waiting for a reason. And for some people, I feel like this movie will be that reason. They'll just be like, see, it can be glorified. It can be for a good thing, at least from the trailers. Because a lot of people that are writing these articles haven't even seen it. And I haven't seen it. So it's just off of the trailer alone. The trailer has already started that conversation amongst those people. And people online are already like, oh, look at them. There they go. They're about the man. But that's not the movie's fault. If you're worried that just to veer completely off the path for a moment, if you're worried about people shooting up theaters and killing people, then take away the guns. Sorry, just gonna say it. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. If you're worried about people doing shit, you gotta enact something to, counteract what you think. You're not. No, I derailed in that last statement. Not in that. This is in line with the Batman, so we're good. But no apologies needed, my guy. I enjoy talking about any and everything, and this allows me to branch off for more content. I love when people ask questions because I love talking. So that's kind of how the train of thought is going. And that's how they're thinking that the movie is going to empower and incite a reaction within certain viewers and domestic terrorists, that it could cause a problem and we could see lives lost. Will it happen? I don't know. But I do know as soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, that looks brilliant. That looks like a great movie. But we can't be afraid. Like, even if you're a person that believes that the movie is doing those things and empowering those people, the reason the movie is important to me is because you can't be afraid to have that conversation. It's a complex movies create complex conversations. And we can't be afraid to have complex conversations, because we don't work through anything if no one ever brings it up. So whatever may happen, I think the movie's going to be great. But I'll see. I will tell you, if it's not great, there's going to be a lot of salty motherfuckers out here. Yeah, we'll see. So now, on to this. We're going to watch this trailer for Raising Dion and talk about it a little bit, and then go into El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie trailer that was finally released. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, or if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, go watch the goddamn series. It's one of the best shows to ever be on television. Ever. It's just facts. So here we go. We're going to watch this trailer.
Your dad was traveling so much that year that he made me this video.
How's Dion doing? I miss my little man. I'm telling you, Nicole, that kid is something special.
You're such a special kid. You're charming, smart, very handsome.
Mom.
Pat said you were asking about your dad.
My mom won't tell me what happened. Just says it was a storm. Mister! I've got your doll! Dad!
Something is happening with Dion. We should figure out how to get it under control.
How long do you think you can keep this up? The government is tracking people who got superpowers.
I know a few things about Dion. The storms are drawn to your son.
Where's my son? Ma'am, where is my son? It's you and me. You and me.
So that movie, I'm excited. And it's only, a week and a half away? I'm all for it. There's not really much to say other than I'm happy to see Michael B. Jordan executive producing things. I like to see him putting out smaller projects with people for Netflix. I really think people have the wrong idea of Netflix. Like, they have the wrong idea of how powerful of a platform it can be. Not just for, Hollywood people, but what it would be able to accomplish for everyone. Like, Netflix is something that is definitely and absolutely needed in the industry. Everyone knows I love Netflix, but I like, on a serious note, not just I'm defending it because Disney Plus is coming. Like, no, it's not that. It's simply Netflix is a good trend, a good thing to have in the industry. And may it see many more days. Don't Let Go. I don't even know if I watched it. Don't Let Go. It sounds familiar, but let me see. I know David Oyelowo was in that bit. Let's see what's going on here.
You're not gonna.
Here we go. Let's give it a view. Let's see. Let me get it going here.
You're not gonna die. You're not gonna let that happen.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Uncle Jack.
The best thing about your dad being such a screw-up is I get to spend time with my favorite niece. Hey, Ashley. Ashley? Ashley? Ashley?
No, God.
I'm so sorry, Jack. Tell me this isn't happening. I prayed for a second chance to save her. Who is this?
Who do you think it is?
Where are you calling from?
I'm at my house. In my bedroom.
What's the date today?
It's June 25th.
Believe it or not, I'm sitting right here. 2 weeks in the future.
But I don't understand.
There's a crime that in your time hasn't yet happened. Your dad's gonna die. Your mom's gonna die. And so are you. But as long as you're alive, you can change things.
2 days to live? What's that?
Just reconstructing the timeline.
Who did it?
We don't know that yet.
There's people here. There's a white car.
Ashley, turn around and go.
Jack, tell me what's going on.
You're not gonna die. You're not gonna let that happen.
Wow. I'm real pumped. I'm real pumped for that. Man. That's nice and juicy. I like that. Y'all know I love my time travel. And even though this isn't necessarily time travel, it is time travel. Yes. These sci-fi flicks, people of color, yes. But it just looks like, to lay it all out, it just looks like a good movie. That's it. And I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Wow. I had heard the title of the movie, but yeah, I had never seen that trailer before. That looks good. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for bringing it up and bringing it to my attention. Undone. I just added it. Like I haven't seen anything on it, but I saw it on Amazon Prime last night while I was looking for something to sleep watch, and I added it to my queue. So I'll probably watch a trailer soon just to get a gist of what's going on. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe I'll just watch it. Just go in blind, see what it's about. Maybe that's the best way. But yeah, so that that movie looks real good. So Raising Dion and Don't Let Go, put those on your list. Those should be watched. And what was the last thing David Aloha was in? I'm trying to think what the last thing he was in was. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but something's on that. I don't know. Anyway, so those are good movies. We're going to end off on the El Camino Breaking Bad trailer that they just released. And who here has watched Breaking Bad? Because honestly, for these last couple minutes, we can do something else if I'm the only person that's seen Breaking Bad. Because, yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. You just need to. You need to see it. Stop wasting your time. Go see it. Like, I'm sure they have it accessible on something. Maybe the AMC or whatever. But, yeah, go watch that. Go watch that immediately. Seen some, and yes, I know I wanted to wait till it was over. Well, man, it's been over. It's been over for like 4 years now. Did you go back and watch? Like the beautiful arc with Esposito? I mean, should watch that, man. Yeah, now I have some access. There you go. There you go. And that's all you need. That's all you need. But yeah. But if I'm the only one that's seen it, then we don't need to go into that trailer. We can just go right back to this beautiful man and the hope that he gets this role. Oh my God. It looks so good. Just that picture alone, something about it just sends tingles. Tingles. You saw how he ended. What in the... How? Like... Now that just upsets me. The ride is the payoff. Man, Borderlands needs to stay a game. I don't want to see a Borderlands movie. Get out of here. The Borderlands movie is called Mad Max. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. You were stuck. I understand. I don't. I would have stopped him at all costs. But I get it. I get it. So, I don't know. I think what I'm thinking of doing, because I still want to do the podcast, like there's still going to be the Monday, there's still going to be the Wednesday. What I've been trying to think of is whether or not I wanted to keep the podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just as it's not much. It's just an hour. But Friday, I'm thinking of dedicating as like a game cast. It's where I just pick up some random game, and I just play it. And I'm not sure if everything works, if the format works. I guess I'll leave it to what I'm hearing from people, because a lot of people really do like the Wednesday at noon timetable. Monday is hit or miss. Tuesday is a slow day, but it's still worth it. So yeah, we'll see. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I do. I love doing it at 12, just because it means that I can do it while no one's here and talk about whatever, including those questionable lines I was saying with, on that story pertaining to my wife, like yesterday, that hopefully she doesn't hear. No, I'm just playing. She would just throw me a dirty look. That would be about it. I'd pay for it somehow, but the price is always worth if you say worth. So, yeah, it'll just depend on what we can get done during these time slots and how much we can switch it up and keep it interesting. Okay, VG has reached Masters in TFT, and 91 more LP for Challenger. Dude, you are grinding hard in that game. Like, real talk. Like, the hardest. Why don't you stream playing TFT? Like, I'm sure someone would like to have watched, me would have liked to have watched this, like, super climb to Challenger that you're doing. This is crazy. Like, to me, it's like the game just works on luck, because I don't really hope that I'm not like studying it or anything. I don't really care to be that good, but I'd like to see you be that good. Teach me the ways on stream, VG. Stop hoarding all of your talent. Anyway. So, I appreciate. One day I will try. Look, F that try. Just go ahead, get that Streamlabs set up, press it on your screen. I'm looking to be watching you in 10 minutes. Get it done. I don't want to study. Just show me. Exactly. My years of studying are over. I learn by seeing now. It's true. Like, the way that I learn is by doing. But if I can be doing while being shown, that's like next level, God tier strats. So I would like to watch, because someone was telling me, like, hey, you're using Guardians wrong. And I was like, I don't even know what Guardians do. So they told me, and I was like, oh, well, that's helpful. Thanks. And I just implemented it while I was actually doing it. And I was like, I'm done. That actually works. I like how Guardians work. But yeah, like, to me, the game is pure luck. But when you're sitting here just like climbing constantly, like, and you get to Masters, like, there's levels that I just don't understand or care to understand or care to put my brain towards that to understand. You get what I'm saying. Like, I'm just a gray bush out here. I'm just a gray bush out here trying to do right. That's all it is. I'm just saying, help teach an old dog new tricks. Do it. Fucking do it. That's all I'm saying. So, stars, hey, VG, I hope you're already downloading that Streamlabs, because I do expect to see a stream in 10 minutes, and I will be watching it. If you're going to grind with me on your back, okay? That's just open up the flaps to the backpack. Let me hop on in and carry me to show me worlds that I'll never see on my own. You're damn right, the demands. The vicious one makes demands. I'm going to sleep soon. Nah, dog. Nah. That's not how that worked. I do believe that I said, Streamlabs, hit stream, show me how to play. What is going on here? Why am I getting such insubordinates? For like, you're supposed to be the sensei. You're supposed to be the one teaching. Why are you acting like this? You're looking unfamiliar. You're looking unfamiliar right now. Now I'm gonna let it pass because I don't know what I know. You've been grinding hard. Your mentals may not be all there right now, but in 10 minutes, I need to see that stream up. That's the bottom line. I didn't say how long you had to stream. Just let me watch one match. Let me watch one match. That's deals. That's deals right there. Download it. I know you got fast internet. I know you do. Hit that joint. Get that stream key. Put it in there. Hit that button. Be like, I'm about to go on. All right? So, thank you, everybody, for joining me. I enjoyed today. I'm super excited for the Batman and probably will be talking about it more closer to release and more information that comes out. Raising Dion looks great. Don't Let Go looks great. El Camino, even though I didn't show it because I'm the only one here that watched Breaking Bad, blasphemy, but it's true. So I just we didn't watch that, but El Camino, the new trailer came out. I hope y'all enjoyed it, or will enjoy it after you watch the show. Go watch the show, except for you, VG. You go get Streamlabs and you fucking hit the stream button so I can watch you become a master, okay? I'm not playing with you. You do it, bruh. Do it. Anyway, and Jonah Hill and whether or not he's going to be the Riddler or if he's going to be, whatever. Please be the Clock King. Please be the Clock King. I don't want you to be some play off of like pot humor or some zany, wacky person. I want you to be an actual role. But anyway, so yeah, like the Batman's looking good. All those movie trailers we watched, looking good. I don't even know if anyone's on right now, but let's see. You know what? I'm going to send y'all over to my friend who is a fantastic artist and say hello. Let me see. VG. I'm not playing. I better see you go live in a few minutes. I'm going to go sit on your channel. Until I see it go live. You better be downloading. Okay? I just letting you know. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead, get down to it. Thank you for joining me. Love you all. Later.